For the next video, we are going to study about planets. How many planets do we have? Is a question you need to know for the test. How many planets are there? Okay, so let's have a look. We have the Sun. Okay, we have the Sun. Can you name the planets in the correct order? Can you? Let's have a look. What's the planet that's the closest to the Sun? It would be Mercury. Mercury is the first planet. The second planet is Venus. Then we have the third planet, and we live on the third planet, and that is called Earth. Now the fourth planet is Mars. The fifth planet, which is a very big planet, one of the biggest planets in the solar system, and that is Jupiter. What about the next one? Is Saturn. The next one would be Uranus. And the second last one would be Neptune. Around space, so it would be Neptune. And then the last one is what? Pluto. So how many planets are there in the solar system? Let's count. We have Mercury is number 1 in the solar system, which is the closest to the Sun, okay? Venus is the second. Earth is the third. Mars is fourth. Jupiter is fifth. Saturn is sixth. Uranus is seventh. Neptune is eighth. And Pluto is 9. But boys and girls, there are two very important words you need to remember. That would be rotation and revolving. What is the difference between rotation and revolving? Can you remember the difference between rotation and revolving? While you guys think of that, I will be with you shortly. Okay, I'm going to erase this quickly, and then I'll explain to you the difference between rotation and revolving. Okay, so we have the Sun. Okay, and then we have Earth. Do you know that Earth revolves around the Sun, meaning Earth revolves around the Sun, but Earth rotates on its own axis. So while Earth is revolving around the Sun, it also rotates on its own axis. You understand what I'm saying? So meaning the earth is going around the sun, but at the same time, earth rotates on its own axis as well. So the axis is the imaginary line. Okay? So how do we know? So if we I'm getting drunk here. So anyway, so when the sun rotates on its own axis, that is day and night. Because one rotation is 24 hours. Okay? It's 24 hours, and that causes day and night. But when the earth revolves around the sun, that is the year. So it takes 365 days for the earth to revolve around the sun. So, if you understand, so one rotation is 24 hours, and that causes day and night. But one revolving around the sun, that is over 1 year. Okay, and that also causes the seasons, because the distances around the sun is not the same. Okay, that is rotation and revolving. Okay guys, so that would be about planets, and then we will continue with water cycle. Okay guys, you are all familiar with water cycle. Okay, what is a water cycle? A water cycle is when the changes of water, when it evaporates into the air, condenses into clouds and participates to the earth. So it's very simple. It's like a cycle. For example, I'm going to try to draw a picture for you guys so you can see what it means. So we have water. Okay? We have the sun. Okay, we have the sun. The sun takes or absorbs the water. Okay, so the water goes up to the sun, meaning it goes into the air, into the atmosphere. So it is called evaporation. So whenever the water is whenever the sun absorbs the water into the air, it becomes a gas. Okay, and that process is called evaporation. Evaporation, okay? Evaporation. So then the wind blows. So the wind blows the hot air, okay, and it becomes clouds. And then when the hot air is cooling down, it becomes then it causes condensation, okay? So the air condenses. So it's condensation. So remember that the air, so the water goes up into the air caused by the sun's heat. So it's called evaporation. And when this hot gases cools down, it is called condensation and becomes clouds. Okay? It becomes clouds. And then when the clouds are getting too heavy, it goes down onto earth, okay? So it goes down, it rains, okay? So we have a lot of clouds and it rains. It rains, and that is called precipitation. So it's water droplets falling from the sky. So it comes from the sky, so it can be any form. So precipitation can be a form of snow, hail, rain, and sleet, and snow even, okay? And whenever the rain falls, it runs down back into the ocean, and that's called the run down. run down. So you see, so it's a whole cycle of things. Okay, so so you have a worksheet, for example, we have the water cycle, precipitation, condensation. Condensation is when hot air cools down. Okay, evaporation is the process that occurs when water changes from a liquid into a gas caused by heat. Okay, remember when we did boiling in the class? I had a pot of water in the class and I was boiling the water, so the steam coming from the water was evaporation. So evaporation is caused by the sun, because it is sun also the water changes into gas because it's heating up. And whenever the hot gas cools down, it becomes water droplets again, and then when that becomes too heavy, it falls down in the form of precipitation. But precipitation can be either snow or hail or rain, and it falls down onto the earth, and that is caused, again, that is what? Run down. Okay, so that is for water cycle. I'm going to stop the video and then we will continue to our last one is vocabulary. Okay, boys and girls, for the next lesson we are going to do some vocabulary. I am not going to go through all the vocabulary because we have done it so far. In the past weeks, I have sent you some homework of vocabulary words which you will find at the back of your social science course book. Please guys, please study those words. Refer back to your worksheet I've sent you, and please have a look at them again. Please, if you don't have the worksheet again, please check on the Telegram in order to find those vocabulary words again, and please study them. You might find them in the test in order to do well in the test. Okay. Alright guys, and then for silhouettes, I have sent you a YouTube video link. So please have a look at that video and then please educate yourself and prepare for the test. So please guys, I have high hopes for you. I'm confident in you guys that you will do all well in the test. So please, my advice to you is study hard. Alright guys, I will see you in Zoom this afternoon, and please, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message or you can ask your questions during Zoom. Bye!